And part two of this, because there's a lot of recovering my energy, because it just makes me so tired, y'all. Um, going back to honoring my ancestors and all the other stuff. So me and Prince Herman, we would do shows all around the states, wherever the ones that were safe to do, anyways. And for a while we were very untouchable. And then when we went back home, well, the clans people, since they always love white, well, I don't want to say that it's just white people because it's other people that are racist, but doesn't matter who you are. But really, what it is that these people, they always wanted to be us. So that's the thing, is that they always mimicked us and did other things to kind of copy, to see if, because they wanted to just be better than us. And so that's where they decided to fund Alexander the Great. And his dumb ass, he's the one that fucks with my wife in this life and kind of messes with her and stuff. And she told me about him, and she was hugging me and crying, and I definitely know for sure that he's one of the ones that is fucking with her. But anyways, he is a very prejudiced and angry person, and the reason why he fucks with me and my wife particularly is because, well, he's just a racist, and he is the same as he is in this life. That's just the way he is. And not only that, but kind of bouncing back to this past life, right? As Benjamin Rucker, his dumb ass decided to say, yeah, let me do all these magic tricks. But honestly, his magic tricks weren't shit. I mean, you really call that magic when you have invisible cords to pretend you're fucking lifting something from the air, And so I just thought he was pathetic. And he was pathetic because he couldn't have access to that kind of magic. And it was because, it's a cursed bloodline. You know what I mean? And so it's not like you can have access to the kind of magic like that. You know what I mean? So they're over here trying to fake and stage these magic tricks, the box tricks, all that shit is just dumb. And so what a lot of people didn't understand is that the reason why I am the real magician out of all people is because I had real magic. I was able to do many other things. Like I said, I'm still opening up to this energy from my past life, but there were some things that I did that were, I would say, would you say paranormal? Things that you wouldn't imagine seeing. And that was just a gift from my ancestors, and that's what I did. And so, you could read about it in my documents and all the stuff that I did, but, yes, that's exactly why, they killed me off, and they poisoned me and stuff. And not only me and Prince Herman, because we were both murdered. That's the thing, is that he was murdered because Prince Herman, he refused. He was gonna be Alexander wanted him to be his little slave. To how like a golfer, he just grabs his fucking shit and he just becomes the head of the stage. So yeah, that's what Alexander, he's a little prick. He just wants everyone to do his work for him because he's lazy. He doesn't know how to invent his own magic tricks, and that's just the way he is. So yeah, he's just a conniving snake. But hang on, let me breathe. But yeah, my life ended very sudden. And so did my wife's life too. But you know what? That was for a reason, because she was meant to be with me, y'all. She wasn't meant to be in that kind of world. But yes, they murdered us. I don't know if I mentioned this, but partly because we were finding cures for all these weird diseases that the Anunnakis were still inventing. And yes, they were timeline building. So that's what they do, is they've been timeline building for years. and watching over us to see how well we would do. That's just the way they are. But yeah, in this timeline, they was trying to play me, and it was a game very well played. But what they don't understand is they do come back. They do come back, y'all.